Good afternoon, folks. This is Eric Lein with 10X Action Sales Mastery, and I want to thank you all for showing up today. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to go over two types of scripts: FSBOs and expired listings. FSBOs have always been a difficult crowd to deal with. They're a little bit more staunch in making sure that they sell their house, and they don't ever want any help from anybody. So we've got some ways here to start building rapport with them, and some ways that we figured out how you can help them. So I'm going to start to share my screen here. And give me just a moment, and I'm going to bring up the first FSBO script. So bear with me a moment here. I'm going to figure out how to do this again. Oh, there we go. We want to move this over a little bit here. And we're going to go with the FSBO dialogue. All righty. There we go. There we go. This is a FSBO dialogue that is pretty successful. What you want to do is treat the seller like a buyer. Reality is as agents, brokers, real estate people, what our goal is to help them, solve a problem. And this is what we do here. We can treat the seller as a buyer, and it builds rapport with them. It shows them also that you're looking out for them, and you do want to help. So this is how it goes. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Owner. Yes, this is Eric from ABC Realty, and I'm calling because I saw that you're selling your home as a for sale by owner. Is that correct? Yes. Well, when you sell your home, will you be staying locally or moving out of town? So they're going to be staying locally. So do you have a specific time frame that you have to be moved out by? Do you have a place to move to already? No. What you're doing here is you're trying to find out where they're going, what their time frame is actually for being there, because that's going to tell you when they want to have their home sold. That's going to give you their motivation. And you're going to gain a lot of information this way. So Mr. Homeowner, what are you looking for in your next home? Number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, size, location, those types of things. So, tell me, what are truly those things that you really must have in your new home? At this point here, you've called a for sale by owner, and you haven't asked them about, listing their home. All you're doing here right now is you're trying to help them maybe navigate to their next home. So at this point here, chances are the seller's going to, oh, why are you asking this? Or why are you asking about, why aren't you asking about my current home? If they don't, you can just simply transition and tell them why you're asking them these questions. You see, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, since you're selling and obviously moving, and I have a lot of listings that I work on daily to market and to get sold for my sellers, I wanted to see if I could match you with one of my current listings or one of the listings that my fellow agents have. At this point here, you might get some resistance. You might get them talking. If you can get them talking, you want to dive a little bit deeper. Start asking them, what are those things that are, again, truly important to you in your new home? Find out why they're moving, all those deep diving questions. You want to go into the discovery phase and, continue probing, continue asking about their next home, and then what you can do is, by the way, Mr. Say Mr. Seller, by the way, I'm curious, are you familiar with the techniques that my team and I have used to sell over blank homes last year? You're kidding. You haven't? When's a good time to show you? What you've done is you've actually backdoored into that a little bit. You've built some rapport with them. You've built some trust with them. And you're also showing them that, you have some techniques that you've showed there, that of homes that you've sold, and you like to share those with them. Some people are going to be really resistant. Some people are going to not be resistant. But again, what you're trying to do is you're trying to give them value, show them some value that you're looking to help them. They've got a problem. They're trying to sell a home, but they're also going to need a home. So if you go about by treating the seller as a buyer, you're going to stand out differently from all of the other agents that are out there, because nobody is going to be doing this. They're going to get on the phone and they're going to say, "Hi, Mr. Seller, I see that you're for sale by owner. Would you like a real estate agent to help you with that?" Click. You're going to have people who are going to, "Hi, I see that, you're looking to sell your home. What if I brought you a buyer? Would you be willing to, pay a commission on that?" No? Click. There's lots of different ways that you can get into the FSBOs. Build rapport with them, build trust with them, and show them that you're looking to serve them. You're looking to help them solve some problems. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up the second FSBO script. And I think this is it. Oh, yep, this is buyer script number 2. Treat the seller as a buyer. Oh, where are we at? I think I lost you, folks. Oh, that's what I didn't do. I didn't share the screen. There we go. Now we know how to do it. All righty. So this is your treat your buyer. Treat your seller as a buyer, the script number 2. This is this is more of a little direct way. I prefer the little bit more subtle way, first script, but some people do like the direct way. Some people are, you might get somebody on the phone that, "Hello, this is Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner. What can I do for you?" "Hi, this is Eric from 123 Real Estate. And what can I do for you, Eric? What do you want? Is this important?" So you have people like that. And this may be a little bit more appropriate for that type of person if you get that type of reaction. So it's just a little bit more forward. It gets to the point. And if they're still hanging on once you make your point and you haven't heard click, then you can go into those discovery questions, build that rapport, and show them that you're there to help them. So the script goes a little bit something like this: "Hi, Mr. Homeowner. This is Eric from 123 Realty. I'm calling because I saw your home was a for sale by owner, and I'm curious, since you're selling and obviously moving, are you staying locally or moving out of the area?" "Well, you know what? That's really not your business, blah, blah, blah." Or "Why are you calling to ask me that?" Well, I'm asking because my team and we have a lot of great listings for sale that may interest you. And we proactively try to fulfill the promises that we made to our sellers to get their homes sold by looking for buyers for them every single day. They may ask about that. Well, really, how do you do that? Or they just may be crickets, not talking, not giving you the time of day. But if they haven't hung up, sometimes they do, they hang up. It's a reality. Mr. Seller, let me ask you this. What are you looking for in your next home? How many number of bedrooms and bathrooms do you need? What's the location that you're looking at? And what is your time frame? You want to find out what their time frame is. Again, you want to find out what their motivation. You can ask them, why are you moving? What's causing the move? Is it a job? Is it a retirement? Is it because your family's downsizing, your family's upsizing? Lots of different things. So ask them, what are you looking for in your next home? Number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, locations, what's truly important to you in your new home. If they haven't said anything, this should get them to say, well, when I get my house sold, that's my time frame. That's an open door. Well, great. Let's get together for 20 or 30 minutes for a quick strategy session. So my team and I can help you get what you want when you want. Does that sound good? Or I'm sorry. Does Monday at 2 or Thursday at 4 work better? If they say I have to sell my house first, or if they're not compliant, meaning they're not responding to you, you can just transition into, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, one of the first steps to determine what you'll be able to purchase is to establish what your home will sell for and how much you'll net from the proceeds of your current sale. I know you priced the home at whatever the dollar figure is. And let me ask you, have you had a professional like myself create a comparative market analysis on your home? No? Well, how did you come up with a price? And then be silent. Sometimes their silence is where the gold is made. So at that point, you want to be silent, figure out how they came up with the price. They may say, my sister-in-law thinks that it's worth at least $500,000, or dad said, I wouldn't take anything less than 600,000. You'll find out they're getting lots of input, and where they're getting that input from, where that information source is coming from. So it's just a little bit, little trick that a lot of people do use. One of the top % people use is the best strategy sometimes is to know when not to say a word. So, which can transition to, so in addition to helping you buy your next home, Mr. Seller, I can help support you in selling your current home for top dollar. I'd love to do the research to find out what a qualified, motivated buyer would be willing to pay right now for your home. What can I do to help? Are you familiar with the techniques that my team has used to sell 342 homes just like yours last year? No, you're kidding. When's a good time to show you? Is Monday at 2 or Thursday at 3 better? So again, you're building rapport. You are making, light conversation. You're finding out what their wants and needs are. You are diving a little bit deep than most people are ever going to do with a for sale by owner. They're just not going to do it. Most people are going to, hi, I'd love to help you try and sell your home. What can I do to help you? And that's the end of it. So, all righty. What we're going to do now is I'm going to switch over and go back to the expired scripts. That's what we're going to do right now. Bear with me just a moment. All righty. Here's the expired scripts. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. All righty. This is your expired dialogue. And this is, however you found it, whether it's searching the MLS for those expireds, whether you pay a service to send you expired listings. There are services out there that do that. However you get your expired listings, this is a script that works if they're receptive. A lot of times what happens is the day people's home expires, 10, 20, maybe 30 agents are going to call those expireds. So there are two different rules of thumb for this. You either A, want to be the first one to call, or you want to let the flurry happen and then come in calmly, acknowledge that they have been bombarded by agents and request to come and see and show their house. And, you're going to come in and you're going to show them that you're a little bit different. And hopefully you're going to be the one to get the listing. But again, it's all part of building your value. So here's how the expired dialogue goes. Hello, Mike. This is Eric with ABC Realty. I noticed your home is no longer being marketed for sale, and I'm calling to see, are you eventually planning on selling? Are you going to wait a bit or just take it off the market completely? Well, I'm really not sure, blah, blah, blah. Well, Mark, if you sold this home, where were you planning on moving to next? Well, Eric, I think we were planning on going down south. We were going to go down to the Carolinas and live on the beach. Mark, that sounds awesome. Let me ask you, what was your time frame on this? When did you want to be moved to Carolinas and be on the beach? I mean, it sounds like it's a great lifestyle. Oh, well, Eric, we actually wanted to be there last month. It was the spring, and we wanted to be down there just before summer hit. So, well, you know what, Mark? Do you have any idea? Let me ask you, why do you think your home didn't sell? Well, they're probably going to give you a litany of answers. They're probably going to tell you, well, don't think my agent did much of anything. I did see it on social media, but that was about it. And when I asked about it, he said, the best thing that I could do as a homeowner is put it on social media and share it with all my friends. So I didn't think that was a great marketing plan. So, there's probably lots of things, interest rates. That's why it didn't sell. Mark, let me ask you too, how did you happen to pick that agent? Well, it was my neighbor used them last year when they sold their house, and I got a postcard from them, shortly after, and I just kind of kept it around, and because I knew I was going to sell, so I called him, and I liked what he had to say. So, you know what? Let me ask you this, Mark. Knowing what you know now, what would you expect from the next agent that you choose? And let them explain to you what they want. This point here, they're going to give you exactly what you need to do to help them. I mean, they're just going to tell you, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. These are my wants, my needs, my desires for selling this home. And they're going to tell you what to do. So, I mean, it's pretty much no brainer. So once you get to this point here and you've gotten all of this information, then you start going back into the asking the question again. Mark, let me ask you this. Has anybody told you exactly why your home didn't sell? No, nobody really did. I just assumed it was just the market, and typically, Mark, the only reason a great home like yours doesn't sell in the market that we're in is exposure. Did you know that? Well, I figured that's why I list with an agent. You put it on the MLS and everybody knows about it. Yeah, Mark, we have a lot of people who say that same thing. They figure the MLS is the key to everything. It's going to get all the homes sold as fast as possible for the most money. And, there's a lot more to it than that. Mark, if I can show you a strategy to increase the exposure and the awareness of buyers to your home and sell your home in the next 30 to 60 days for top dollar, would that be of interest to you? Well, yeah, I think so, obviously, but everybody says that. All of you agents are the same. You all say the same thing, and you come by and you have this same plan and blah, blah, blah. At this point here, you're getting there. You are making a headway. You have gotten this far into the conversation. You've built some value. So at this point here, it's a perfect time to ask. Mark, let me ask you, are you familiar with the techniques that my team and I have sold or used to sell 400 homes last year, just like yours? No. Are you kidding? When's the best time to show you? Are you available Monday at 2 or Thursday at 3, Mark? Let's get this ball rolling. You've had the right to ask that. What you've done here is you've again identified, that they've had a problem. They're trying to sell their home. That's their problem, and they haven't gotten it sold. It expired. They still want to sell their home. So your job is, again, to show them how you're going to get the home sold. You're the one who's going to be there to hold their hand, to get the job done for them, and solve their problem. So you could also at this point here, ask, well, let me ask you this: when you get down to the Carolinas, do you have an agent down there already, or haven't you thought about that yet? I work with a team of people and we have a vast network, and I'm sure I can find you a qualified agent similar to myself who's going to take good care of you and make sure that you're taken care of, your wants and needs are, and find you the perfect home. Asking for the referral, nothing wrong with that. So, all righty here. We're going to go on to the next script, which is seller's objection handling. And oops, we did it again. Oops, I did it again. We want to share the screen. I am no Brittany. Trust me. All right, there we go. Voila. All righty, here we go. This is expired and seller objection handling. Earlier when I said that on an expired, they're probably going to get a lot of phone calls, 6, 8, 10, 12 on the first day. Yeah, they've been overwhelmed. They know their house expired. They know all of us agents want to go out there and just feast on that house and make a quick buck on them. But that's not what we do. We're here to help. We're here to look out for them. Remember, you have to take yourself out of the equation and what you're going to get out of this and focus on how you can help them. Once you've learned how to do that, that's when the magic happens. So here we go. This is an easy one. Everybody always hears this. No. Hi, Mr. Seller, I see that your house is expired. No. Click. All right. Hello, Mr. Seller. I saw that your house has expired. Is there anything I can do to help you? When you get that hard no from them, whatever your script is, that when you get that hard no, this is something that can help. It may open the door, may not open the door. We've seen that it does help open the door. It softens the blow. Here we go. Mr. Home Seller, I can totally understand your apprehension. I'm an agent calling you out of the blue after you've had a bad experience with some other agent. I get that. Give me just 15 minutes of your time and to show you why I'm different and to show you the techniques that I used to sell 100 homes last year and what I use in remarketing and selling homes just like yours. Homes that had failed to sell the first time around. A lot of times that helps. That'll soften the blow. That happens. You can go into the discovery. Let me ask you some basic questions. When were you looking to sell? When were you looking to be wherever? Why were you looking to sell? What's important to you in getting your home sold? Those types of questions. And this is one question that they may ask you. Where were you when my home was on the market? Why didn't you sell it then? Well, Mr. Seller, that's a great question. I was busy fulfilling the promises that I made to my sellers to show, market, and sell their homes. You know what? I didn't even know your home was on the market until today when the agreement expired. Pretty scary, huh? Yeah, that is pretty scary. And that's exactly why we need to get together. I specialize in remarketing and selling homes that other agents failed to sell. I have an aggressive remarketing plan, and I know you'll be impressed with. When can we get together and go over it? Does Tuesday at 3 or Thursday at 4 work better for you? You might get the appointment. It's going to help you build some credibility. It's going to help you possibly get into the home, get the listing, and show them. Because remember, as much as you tell them what you can do and tell them what you're going to do, the most important thing is do it. Don't make false promises. Don't make promises you can't keep. Okay. Sometimes you'll get this, and they might just say, you know what, we're just going to take this off the market. I understand that it's just not a good time to sell. Well, you know what, Mr. Seller, I hear what you're saying, and let me ask you, and if yesterday I brought you an offer that you liked, you were moving, right? Let's just meet for 15 minutes. When you see my aggressive, proven plan, if it makes sense to you, we sell. If it doesn't, it was just 15 minutes. Sound good? Great. When's a perfect day? Tuesday at 3 or Wednesday at 1? Awesome. I look forward to seeing you there. So these are, again, these are some scripts that'll help you get through. They're expired dialogues. They are FSBO dialogues. Again, what I've always said, scripts become talking points. Once you've internalized those talking points, it just becomes dialogue. Once you're able to use this in your normal dialogue day in and day out, it'll start flowing from the back of your head in your mind's filing cabinet. It's there, but you have to practice. I suggest on your scripts that practice. Write them down daily. Maybe start with one script. Write it down 3 times a day, 5 times a day. Verbalize it out loud 3, 5, 10 times every day. Continue doing this. It's going to sink in. Again, scripts are nothing more than talking points. Once you've internalized them, they become dialogue. So, alrighty, folks, that's the end of today's session. What I'm going to do is next week on Thursday, 3 o'clock, please come again. Want to see you here. Want to see all of you guys to thrive in your business. If you have any comments, you have any questions, feel free to email me, mastery@10xactionsales.com. Feel free to look us up on Facebook and on LinkedIn, 10X Action Sales Mastery. And we'll see you back here next Thursday at 3 p.m. What we're going to do is, this I think is going to be an important one. We are going to go over dialogues for you to use on something that we always hear. The other agent said that they would cut their commission. Will you? Do you want to cut your commission just because some subpar agent cuts their commission? I don't think so. Find out how you can keep your commission, make an impact, and win the listing. Thanks, folks. Appreciate you all for being here. 10X Action Sales Mastery, Eric Lein. Love you all. Please visit me at my website, www.10xactionsales.com, and look forward to seeing you guys later. Peace out.